Hello, my name is Lincoln, Program Director here at P3C Pro. Today, I want to talk about our most in-depth and comprehensive program, the 6-week Warriors Garden program. Now, this program was designed to increase physical strength, mental resilience, and emotional stability. Within these 6 weeks, each individual commits to taking on 10 challenges. And we call these the 10 commitments. Similar to the biblical 10 commandments, this is a foundation to build upon. So we start with our first commitment, 3 workouts weekly. Now, every individual can do more than 3 workouts. If someone prefers, hey, I like going to the gym 4, 5, 6 times a week, that is okay. But we just require at least 3 workouts a week, and these workouts can either be workouts that are designed by us or that you do on your own. We don't care what your workouts are, as long as you are getting out and staying active 3 times every single week. Our second commitment is sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. Now, that amount of sleep is optimal to obtaining peak physical and mental performance. So we know for many young parents, sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night is nearly impossible. So for those individuals, we ask that you do your best to try to obtain 7 to 8 hours a night. Because we know that as we are trying to build a life that is filled with purpose and meaning, we want to be able to stay emotionally balanced, physically strong, and mentally resilient. Our third commitment is committing to 36 hours of fasting a week. Now, how this is traditionally done, you stop eating, let's say on a Wednesday night, you fast the entire day Thursday, and then you eat your first meal again Friday morning. Of course, that can be done over any period of days. Those days were just used as an example. But why 36 hours of fasting? For one, there are a ton of physical benefits that come from fasting. I'm not going to go into the details of those, but you also develop a level of discipline when you refrain from eating for that extended period of time. But there's also the added ability to gain a level of focus and productivity when you're not spending an entire day cooking, eating, and cleaning. So along with the many physical benefits that are gained from fasting, there's also the added benefit of mental clarity and self-discipline that's being developed. Now, that being said, there will be a struggle at a period of time. Typically later in the evening on your day of fasting, there's going to be extra fatigue, and there might also be increased irritability. So that is something for those of you who have families, you would need to keep an eye on. But that is one of the key elements to developing discipline within this program is those 36 hours of fasting. Another discipline and also mental clarity commitment that we have is no alcohol. Now, for those of you who have spent time in the military, alcohol is basically a part of your diet. But when you remove alcohol from the picture, you're going to increase your productivity, you're going to increase your sleep quality significantly, which is again going to increase the amount of strength you can build through your workouts. It is going to increase your productivity that you can gain through daily life. And typically, you're going to make way less poor decisions when alcohol is removed from the equation. So that is why we see alcohol as one of the key elements to our commitments. Another one that builds discipline is no caffeine. Most of us are addicted to caffeine. Why? Because it's awesome. We wake up in the morning, we drink our cup of coffee, first thing in the morning, we don't think about anything else until we drink it. So when we don't have it, our mind is going to scream for us to have caffeine. So that is why removing caffeine builds discipline, but it also resets our adrenal glands. Typically, we're just overdoing it. We're drinking 1 cup, then that's not enough. 2 cups, that's not enough. 3 cups, that's not enough. So when we remove caffeine from our diet for 6 weeks, it helps us reset our adrenal glands, brings us back to more of a balanced state physically, and it gives us the opportunity to truly appreciate that cup of coffee in the morning again. Now, our 6th commitment is 1 video call weekly. Now this is starting to move into a different portion of the program, and this is the connecting part of what we do. So the Warriors Gone program can either be done within a group setting or it can be done one-on-one. Either way, there's going to be one video call weekly, and that is going to not only cover the challenges that you faced in your prior week, but it's going to also connect you with people that maybe you've never met before, open you to new discussions, new types of dialogues, and hopefully see how other people live their life. See how other people tackle challenges in life, and maybe you can learn from someone who has a totally different belief system or perspective. Our 7th commitment is weekly reading. Now, the readings assigned are focused on personal development in some way or another. So what we're trying to gain, along with the physical benefits that we see on this half of our commitment list, we're also trying to figure out where are we trying to go in life, and then how do we discover the parts of ourselves that maybe we've been ignoring for years. So through the weekly reading, hopefully that's going to start to get you kind of thinking about who you are and why you're doing the things you're doing. Now, weekly writing is just building off that reading. You're going to write about thoughts and feelings that you have during your time reading. You know, many of us, we just have thoughts bouncing around in our head day in and day out. Many times we can increase our level of clarity by just taking those thoughts that are just up there scrambled, doing the things that they do, making us anxious, making us depressed, and we just start writing. And when we write, we really begin to see the reality of what our thoughts are. Then we move into our 9th commitment. This is spending time, quality time, focus time, phone out of reach time with family. Now, family does not have to be immediate family. Many of us who are in the military, we developed bonds with those individuals that we're around day in and day out, who we now consider family. So when family is on the list of commitments, it is spending time with the people you love, the people you care about, and the people who make your life better. But spending quality time with people is something that is many times overlooked. We live in a grind society where we talk about how if we have balance, we're never going to achieve what we want to achieve, and how we have to spend all of our time working towards something. But to achieve anything great, what does it mean if we do not have quality relationships with people? This is why within these 6 weeks, one of the focuses is every single week, spend time with people that you genuinely care about. And if you don't live around people that you care about, find a way to connect. This is another period of time similar to our weekly phone calls. We are connecting with other individuals, that you are connecting with those people who mean the most to you. And then our final commitment is to take 24 hours and disconnect. And when I mean disconnect, you shut off your phone, you stay off social media, you try to place yourself into a position of solitude. And this is only once within 6 weeks. So you're not taking 24 hours every single week, because honestly, that's unrealistic. But when you can disconnect from all the distractions that we are bombarded with day in and day out, from social media, from just having conversations with people who are complaining about their lives, you're complaining about your life. When you can disconnect, when you can spend 24 hours reading, writing, meditating, listening to music, working out, staying in a place, and I mean, ideally, if you can like go off and camp and really disconnect, that's ideal. But even if you can't totally disconnect in terms of getting out and camping, at least do your best to get away from other human interaction for 24 hours and really just sit in the silence and see what's presented to you. Because many times it is within the silence that we are presented with answers that we never could have uncovered had we been sitting on our phone, scrolling and having meaningless interactions day in and day out. So these are the 10 things that we have deemed essential in our Warriors Garden program. Now, you are not committing to these 10 things for the rest of your life, but we do find it essential for a period of time to hit that reset button, to remove that alcohol, to stop over caffeinating, to really focus on sleeping 7 to 8 hours, to making sure you're getting your exercise in, to connecting with people, to connecting with yourself, and to really trying to discover where are you trying to go in life, and then how are you trying to get there. The Warriors Garden program was created with veterans in mind, especially military transitioning into civilian life, because that is one of the biggest and most challenging transitions that those individuals face. But this can be utilized by anyone who's going through a transition period in your life. It doesn't just have to be for veterans or military members. It can be anyone who's taking on a new challenge and they're just not quite sure how to get there. If you feel like this could benefit you, or you know someone who could really use the Warriors Garden, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you and see if the Warriors Garden is the right fit for you.